Hey guys, it's me Arlene, Delicious Delights. I was doing my regular bike ride in the morning and saw this. So they cut down a lot of trees that were normally over here. I think they're replanting some new ones, but it's really sad to see that these big, beautiful trees that were there have been chopped down. So kind of sad about that. When I was biking through here, through this road, all I could smell was this most beautiful woody smell. Yeah, I'm kind of sad about this. Ooh, let's see. You can tell the age of a tree by the amount of rings, but I don't see, well, yeah, you can kind of see, but kind of blurry to see how old they are. Yep. And then over here, I guess this is just all the little bits left over. And if you look at the top, there's like some, I don't know if it's coming through, but I guess that's dust. That's kind of just, I don't know. I guess it's moving because there's a little bit of a breeze today. So yeah, I used to film literally like right here. So I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to go. I'm gonna find another spot. What's your scent of the day, you guys? I'd love to hear that. Okay, let's go here. Hey guys, okay, so I did find a spot to film. I didn't really want to sit on the bench because then I would have to hold my tripod and then it would be kind of shaky and it would be difficult to spray stuff. So I found a spot here. I hope this is okay. This is my first stand-up review when I'm actually standing up, and it feels a little bit weird, to be honest, but hopefully it works out. So today I want to talk about a new perfume release. This is a flanker of Libre by the house of YSL, and this one's called Libre EDP Intense. So if you've been watching me for a while, you might already know that the original Libre just was not for me whatsoever. I found it very underwhelming for me. It didn't really smell nice on me. It was quite disappointing actually, because I really think that it's probably one of the prettiest bottles I've ever seen. But after wearing it, the original one, I was like, yeah, for me it just didn't match up to how beautiful the bottle was. The juice wasn't really that nice on me. I know it's a very popular scent. Sorry about the noise, hopefully it's not too bad. But now we have the intense version. I don't have like huge high hopes with this one, but after testing this, I can already say that if I had to choose between the original or the intense version, then I would choose the intense version. So let's just see here. The bottle looks the same. I'm sorry about the noise, you guys. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Except the color of the juice is a lot darker. It's like this nice deep orange kind of color. Beautiful bottle, of course. Let me just read out what it says on the in the card here. The iconic structure of Libre, a tension between the lavender from France and the orange blossom from Morocco, reinterpreted in a suave and sensual way, the intensity of a melting floral core, where orange blossom flower absolute and blazing orchid fuse. What's a blazing orchid? I don't know. A fragrance like a shout of freedom, the freedom to live everything with excess. And the notes listed here are orange blossom flower, lavender, and orchid accord. And I have heard that the actual scent of the orchid flower does not have an actual fragrance, but I've heard other people say that it does. I'm not really sure which is right. Like, is it just a fantasy note, imagining what an orchid might smell like, or does orchid have an actual scent? So they sell orchids here a lot in the Netherlands, where I live. We're like the country of flowers, and I haven't actually really smelled anything strong or coming from an orchid flower. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of that, if orchid actually has a scent. Maybe certain varieties do, I don't know, but let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's get the opening notes in here. I have the dry down here, I have the opening here as well. I might as well respray it. And what I get in the opening is this very thick, resinous, warm, cozy orange blossom. I really love the note of orange blossom. It's very sweet, and maybe there's some like ambery notes in here too, because it just has this very nice, like, enveloping sweetness that kind of makes me think of being under a blanket in front of a fireplace at home. And it's just very cozy and comforting. So I do like the opening of this. I also get some musky notes in the opening. It's in the background though. It's not like the chemical kind that I complain about a lot. It's just in the background, giving it a little bit more of an, almost like the slightest hint of like an animalic kind of fragrance or scent. Yeah, but it's just way in the background. It just makes it a very nice, musky, warm, sweet, cozy orange flower, orange blossom, which I really like. So as the Intense, YSL Libre Intense dries down, that's where I sort of get the lavender. And the lavender in here isn't like the lavender that I kind of expect to smell in women's perfumes. So when I think of lavender and women's perfumes, the first thing that comes to my mind is Mont Guerlain, which is a very sweet and buttery lavender, which is really nice. Too bad I have an allergic reaction to that perfume, but the scent itself is really nice. But the lavender in here is different. It almost gives off like this kind of masculine kind of musk, and I don't really know how to explain that, but it does have like this little, it reminds me of lavender that I would normally smell in men's perfumes. And the lavender specifically that I'm thinking of, that it reminded me, was Atkinson's Lavender on the Rocks, which is a really nice lavender scent. But yeah, it's not like masculine, but there's just like a little hint of it that is typically masculine. Of course, I don't like to gender the fragrances, but you know, you will notice in certain, you know, in the men's fragrance section, you will notice like certain accords that you recognize that is familiar. Same with in the women's side. So I do get the lavender in here, but it's just a little bit leaning towards the men's lavender, typical men's lavender accord, I guess. I still get the sweetness too. I still get the orange blossom. I think the orange blossom is the most prominent from beginning to end. I still get the musk. And yeah, it just feels like, for me, I think this is a much more interesting version of Libre than the original. I will have to revisit the original to see how these two compare. But I'll say that although I'm not blown away with YSL Libre Intense, I do think it is a nice fragrance. Okay, sorry, someone was walking by. But anyways, I think this is a nice fragrance, you guys. Am I gonna go buy it myself? Probably not, because when it comes to orange blossom scents, I would probably go for something else. But I do think it's an interesting combination with orange blossom and lavender, and a little bit of musk. Sweetness, of course, to keep it nice and I don't know. The sweetness really does make me feel like extra cozy and warm. Something perfect for the season, fall, winter. You can wear this year round, but maybe the heaviness of this perfume might be too much in the summertime. So yeah, those were my first impressions of YSL Libre EDP Intense. If you guys have tried this, let me know what you think of it in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya. Bye-bye.